Hey guys, I wanted to hit you with some really simple, non-boring strat stuff. Okay, yeah, it's mainly like a shortcut, so that's good. This was a small blind button 3-bet pot. Obviously doing heaps of c-betting on a dry board like this, where we just have like a massive range advantage with our overpairs and everything, and like, yeah, and oh, also note, I only use one c-bet size like across all board textures, only talking about versus non-fish, by the way, but you want to use a smaller c-bet size on a board like this than on the same board texture early position versus early position, because we're playing versus a range that just it's like way more condensed to good over pairs and stuff, and continues that we want to get value from with the top of our range in early position situations. But yeah, this is late position, so I go with slightly under half pot, but this is still kind of like my big size on the flop in these positions. So, well, actually, like double Broadway, there's like a lot of 65 going on, but yeah, if you want to play a polarized strategy like that, you can also just keep it simpler until you improve at the game and like use a smaller size. But this is like not as short a video as I was trying to make it. Yeah, so just like the simple thing that I wanted to explain is that just the turn strat. So basically the cards where we're gonna want to be barreling small are generally like high cards that hit our range a lot more than his, and where we want to use a smaller size with a lot more hands, and we're just gonna have like a lot more fold equity, etc. But on cards that don't change things a whole lot, we just want to use a large size with the portion of our range that we're really trying to extract value with. And then it's the opposite for their like stabbing strategy on the turn after we check, after we see bet. They're gonna want to use like a small size on the lower cards that don't change much because they lacked a range advantage in the first place, and like that the portion of their range that they're trying to get value from is like not as good as like our range, basically. That's not the best explanation. And they just want to polarize on like high cards, so they use a larger size. So yeah, in position, stabbing strategy on the turn after versus a flop c-bet, just use a small size on low cards and a large polarizing size on high cards, and then for out of position, as the pre-flop aggressor after c-betting, continue to leverage your range advantage after c-betting when you're double barreling on a low card that doesn't change much with a large size, and then use a small size that functions more of like a range bet on the high cards where you're going to have a bunch of fold equity versus in position. Yeah, so I'll just show you the hotness. So this node is after out of position C bets, slightly under half pot. And then, yeah, this is the double barreling strat. So as you can see, it's pretty much mostly just a polarized strat with a large size on the low cards where we want to just continue leveraging the best part of our range in conjunction with bluffs, obviously. And then the high cards, like I was saying, we want to do a lot of betting, and we can't use a large size pure. And it doesn't make sense, even like from an exploitative standpoint. Like, people are overfolding on those cards, and we're gonna have a shit ton of strong hands. Like, our range is just gonna be stronger than theirs. So like, why would we want to just like force them to fold with a large size, basically? Yeah. Oh, for example, the bluffs are going to be flush draws, obviously, so diamonds, and then I think the solver is gonna think that spades are higher EV than hearts, because on the flop he should be continuing backdoor flush draws, like ace high backdoor flush draws of hearts, and then that's gonna constitute his check, or sorry, his just folding range versus double barrel on the turn. So I think spades are just going to be higher EV as bluffs. So here's a bluff. Yeah, see, spades versus hearts, it's just higher EV to barrel spades, and this is like the perfect two cards to bluff, basically, on this board texture. I think this is, well, depending on if he like calls pocket nines pure, which I don't think he does, but like, I think it's better to have a jack than a nine. That being said, like, I'm speaking about like queen jack suited versus queen nine suited. Let's see what's higher EV. I'm scared it looks like queen nine suited. Might be higher EV, but I don't want to be wrong. Okay, so the spades with the best size is 59.75. Yeah, this is upsetting. Oh, I guess it's just because we're open-ended. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's look at one where we're... Okay, this is maybe a better example. Oh wait, that's also open-ended. And very high EV. Wait, I want to say something. I'm not sure, but I think if he didn't play raises, we might pure bet that. Wait. So curious. so annoying. Wow, I really went off on a tangent. This is supposed to be a short video just to illustrate, like, the fact that in general you can assume it's fine to play small sizes on high cards on the turn and big sizes on low cards as the pre-flop raiser and 3-bet pots, and then vice versa for the pre-flop caller. But then this ended up just being like see the thing here, it says exploitable for 0.7. Yeah, I try to get that down to under 0.2. Alright. Or not quite, but can't be that. Yeah. Alright, so if he doesn't play raises, then we do pure bet this. That's what I wanted to see. Sick. Let me pull that up. Yeah. Alright, so when in position plays raises on the turn, we do limit this, our frequency with like Jack 9 suited, because to an extent it like sucks to get raised and have to fold our equity. I mean, it not to an extent, like it does suck for that to happen. If we don't have to worry about that at all and it's not a consideration, then yeah, we just smash it. Oh my god, I kept calling Queen Jack an open ender. What the fuck? Before. Anyway, yeah, this was not the point of this video. The point was literally just to say, like, it was just to say this on the turn after, oh yeah, I didn't show you the other note, I think. Yeah, okay. So, versus a double barrel. Wait, sorry. versus a check, use the small size as in position when you're stabbing on low cards, and then big size high cards we're polarizing, and then opposite for when we double barrel. So as you can see, this is our double barrel node, high cards, low cards. And like a big misconception, by the way, is that some people assume that ace-x is better for the pre-flop aggressor in a spot like this, or just like spots in general, than like king-x. But that's not true at all. Like, the pre-flop caller is always going to have, well, not always, but it's usually going to have way more ace-x in their range relative to king-x, especially in spots where like they're continuing flop or whatever, because they're going to have like still way more backdoor flush draws, etc., flush draws that are ace high, well, backdoor flush draws basically, than king high. It don't be like that for the pre-flop aggressor though. They just like end up like they have way more king-x, way better king-x in like the vast majority of situations. So and then yeah, so then the other node, this is in position stab versus check after c-betting flop. Yeah, so we do implement the large size on high cards where we do want to be polarizing, and then just small size on cards that shouldn't change much. I mean, one node is like the 7 is really good for it's really good for, and the 9, basically the straight completers, those are just gonna generally be good for the pre-flop caller in general in situations than the pre-flop aggressor, because boards, like cards that like connect more to the board, generally favor the caller's range. So yeah, we don't play just large size on those. We do really want to have this small size mix up. And if we were using just like one size, I would just use a small size on the turn. But I don't like to play one turn size. Okay. Sorry I made this so long, guys.